The perfect advertisement doesn't exist. Name, Molly. If I found a pot of gold, I would shit. On my rising second grader's homework, milk, milk. The word milk is right there. It's not that hard. iPad goes bye-bye. Wants you to approve this website. World Wide Web WikiHow.com. Watch a YouTube video without your parents knowing. Decline. My 3-year-old was having yogurt for breakfast. He decided to pretend it was ice cream. Then got mad at me because it really wasn't ice cream. There aren't enough condom ads in the world. Okay, how did his head get stuck there? That time I figured out how to take the lid off the vent and proceeded to get stuck in it. I wonder how you got out though. Draw a polygon with exactly 6 sides. Be sure to use a ruler. Use a crayon to color each vertex of your polygon. How many vertices did you color? Answer: 6. What is the name of the polygon you drew? Answer: hot dog. Been all over this fucking mall looking for this boy. Damn, how did they do that? When my son Seth was little, he would beg his brother to put him in this particular pillowcase and swing him around. I know it's insane, and the only reason I'm telling you now is because they're grown up and I can't lose custody of them. My 4-year-old losing his shit because I won't put a band-aid on his eyeball is all the birth control I need. Wants versus needs sorting. I want vegetables, candy, bike, water, air, clothes, tablet. I need hippopotamus. Why would you need a goddamn hippopotamus? When I grow up, I want to be a mailbox. You can't even turn into a goddamn mailbox. Okay, that's either white paint or concrete. And if it is concrete, then that girl is stuck in that can for the rest of her life. I think Michael Jordan means a name because Michael is a name. Yeah, that kid is correct. Parents on bus 23. A child gave my son his tablet in exchange for an Oreo cookie today on the bus. Please contact me for your tablet back. My daughter drew herself washing her hands on sink. He doesn't want to stand up and he doesn't want to lie down. Then just sit up. I just found this in my 8-year-old search history. Per China, someone fucking help me. Tidy, tidy more tidy. Girls shoulder pergin. Girls shoulder per China. And this is why I should not have children. Daughter didn't want sunscreen, so I put her outside and yelled, "Son, get her!" And now she's flipping out. When I was 3, I fell asleep in a dog bed. This is probably the most normal by far, I guess. Watching my toddler go through the 5 stages of grief over his banana breaking in half. Where in the dad manual did it mention how to stop a 3-year-old from taking bites out the fucking drywall? When I was little, I thought sex was just kissing while you were naked. And one time when I got out of the shower, I kissed my cat on the head. And then I remembered I was naked and ran downstairs crying, saying that I had sex with the cat. You should have seen my mom's face. I think the mom was disgusted. When I grow up, I want to be a mommy, a daddy of the house. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a mommy, a baker. I want to be a police officer, a pilot, a doctor to make everyone feel better, a taco. This mother is about to resort to violence. My son lost his cello, a whole cello which is as big as he is. Do you know how big a cello is? How do you lose a cello? I need answers. I don't understand what's happening. Yeah, I mean, cellos are big. How do you even lose a cello? My sister just had a baby. She brought her home today, and my other niece was so pissed she packed all of her shit and tried to leave. My 2 year old and 4 year old have been communicating via walkie talkie for 20 minutes. They're in the same room. The walkie talkies have no batteries. Over. My Bible teacher asked the class what biblical character had a conversation with a donkey, and my little sister answered Shrek, LMFAO. My toddler baby is watching a storm out the front window. She says, "Quiet, quiet, kaboom coming." Huge crack of thunder. She whispers, "I did it." My son kept saying he wanted brownies, so I baked brownies and was still crying, saying, "No, I want the white brownies." I had to call my husband and ask what he meant. Whole time he meant hash browns. I thought women had their periods forever. When my first period stopped, I assumed the neighbor's dog impregnated me when I pet him. For a month, I believed myself to be carrying a half human, half dog baby. This story is brought to you by Ontario Catholic School Sex Ed in the 90s. Told my 6 year old his shoes were on the wrong feet. After a very long pause, he said, "I don't have any other feet." I don't understand this. 4 year old neighbor is thrilled to learn I walk the same dog every day. This looks like the same dog from last time. It is. Dad, it's the same dog as last time. My son vandalized our bathroom and blamed it on a monster. Dude, monsters aren't real. I thought my coffee tasted weird, so I checked the security camera and saw my son pee in it. Why would you pee in a coffee cup? 2 year old eating his lunch. Papa's coffee hot. Me. Yeah, baby, it's hot. Don't touch. 2 year old. Me blow on it for Papa. It was at this point I would my 2 year old attempt to blow on my freshly made coffee, only to spit a half eaten chicken nugget straight into it. Ew. My son accidentally colored something blue instead of green, so I told him to just color over it with the yellow, and when it turned green, he asked if I'm a witch, and I didn't say no, so now I bet that he'll clean his fucking room. I was terrified of ghosts when I was little, so my mom told me I can vacuum them up and had me clean the house, telling me I was getting rid of them. Yeah, but what if you accidentally vacuum something else, like Legos? My son stuck a snail in his nose when he was 2. We took him to hospital and he used pharmaceutical cocaine to shrink his sinuses and the doctor blew it out. We took him home and he rode his rocking horse for 2 hours non-stop. After 30 minutes in timeout. Dad, I'm sorry for being mean to Luna. Me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Can I come out of my room now? Me. Yes. What do I do with my pee bucket? Me. What pee bucket? You said I couldn't leave my room. Me. You. What? No. My 4 year old said he was car sick, so I dumped the groceries from a plastic bag and passed it back to him with instructions to throw up inside it. I heard him throw up and looked back to see that he'd put the bag on over his head like a helmet, so the puke fell right out the bottom. Yeah, that's not so smart. A little girl and her mom were looking at me at the coffee shop this morning, and I heard her mom say, "Go on, it's okay." And the little girl shuffled up to me and said, "Excuse me, please, do you have to put on your tattoos by yourself every day? Or does your mom help you?" I am dying. Audrey, 6 year old. Daddy, did you know that after Michael left my school, he came back and now people call him David? Me, does he look and sound totally different too? Audrey, yes. Me, that's not the same kid, honey. Audrey, long pause. Maybe. When I was a wee lad, my family and I were at the restaurant. We were waiting an unusually long amount of time for a server. I stood on my chair, slammed my fist onto the table, and exclaimed, "They're not helping us 'cause we're black!" We're not. And last but not least, when I was a kid, my parents would make me shower at night most of the time so I'd be clean for school the next day. For whatever reason, I hated doing it. I used to just turn on the shower and chill for 5 minutes, to come out wrapped in a towel. My parents caught on to this real quick. So then I started doing the same thing, except I would stick my head in and get my hair wet. So if they questioned me, I would say, "Feel my hair." They eventually caught on to that too. So for a while, I was running in the shower, sticking my head in, then washing my hands slash arms with soap so I would smell clean. I went through all this damn trouble instead of just jumping in and taking a 5 minute shower. Damn, I was stupid. Subscribe for more content. Anyways, bye.